Hello friends, it's Stephanie and I am back today with another edition of my Traveler's Notebook journey from Behind the Designs. And today I'm going to be talking about, or not even talking, I'm going to be showing. This is going to be a show and tell. So I am sharing with you my final, since it's another largest collection of my Planner Perfect wide Traveler's Notebooks. All right, so it's been a while since I've done this. I had intended to do both a narrow and a wide show and tell of sorts of my Traveler's Notebook collection from Planner Perfect. I just hadn't gotten to the wide yet, but we're on the last day of September and I thought it was just a great time to show you all that I have in terms of wide Traveler's Notebooks. So I do have more than I thought I did. I started pulling them out and I was like, okay, there's one there, there's one there. So I think I have them all. It's gonna be a bit of a delay on some things because I have to pull them out of the bags because they do keep them stored at the moment. So let's get started. I'm gonna try and go down the color spectrum. We'll see how well that works because again, they're kind of everywhere. So let me start out first with one that I'm currently using so I can get that out of the way. Okay, so as you know, this is my wide Harper. Actually, as you know, I do have some books in it. I was testing out an idea, and so this is wide Harper. You know that I just used I started up a wide A5 Harper. Let me show you the comparison so you know what I mean. Okay, so it took a little bit. I had to take some things out because, as you know, I'm kind of working on getting this set up. So you can kind of see, let me see if I can get them a little bit. So if you can see this, the A5, which is on the left side, is a bit more gray, whereas the wide on the right side has a bit of a deeper onyx color. So that's what I meant by the difference in between them. And this kind of has like a suede feel almost, and this is a little bit smoother. So again, that's just difference in years, you know, in supply and chain and so forth. So I love them both. I don't have a problem with that. I was just showing you since I did bring it up in my last video. All right, so here is Harper. Here is Isabella. We're going to have another little test to see if I can remember the names of all of them. And I have, you know, my pouches that I keep them in. And I'm kind of out of room, so I might be, you know, working through some things here. I'll try doing it that way. So here is Isabella. And she is from the Croc line, which now will be Croc line 1.0 because there is a new Croc coming out October. So some new colors, gorgeous. I've seen them. And yes, I'm going to be picking some up because I don't have enough, you know, Traveler's Notebooks. So here is wide Isabella. And then I have wide, they're all wide. I'm not going to keep saying wide. This is Aurora. So this is a gray and it has somewhat of a suede feel. Again, I have the narrow. The narrow has a more suede feel than this one, but equally beautiful. So we have, I'm gonna see if I can set her up just a little bit to kind of get her out of the way. I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, let me see if I could tuck her off here. All right, so Isabella, Aurora. Okay, so next is Arabella. I've shown her before. And again, Croc line 1.0, if you want to call it that. And all of these, I believe I got all of them in Everyday Organized. So that is with that inside pocket flap notepad. So here is Arabella. And let's see. I'm trying to balance them all on my lap right now. Okay, then we have, I've also shown this, Cora, gorgeous brown. She is definitely going to wear nicely. Again, because I have so many, they don't get a whole lot of wear and tear because, you know, I switch them out so often. Then we have Hazel. My newest favorite, Coco. I mean, I just love the variegations in it. Oh, you know what? I think that, ooh, I made a mistake. I usually can tell when I get them together. This is not Cora, this is Charlotte. And this is Cora. And then we have Hazel, Coco. So the darker one is always going to be Charlotte. It took me a while to figure that out, but darker Charlotte, Cora, which you can see nicely. Okay, and then the last of the browns that I have, I think, is Adele, which is the original Adele. So this one is that very floppy kind of material, or not material, leather. You know, it's got its wrinkles and it kind of puckers, you know. So there is the newer Adele that doesn't look like this. It looks more like this. It's kind of got a very small sheen to it and it's smoother. But this Adele is super lightweight. So if you were to jam 4 books in there and they, you know, started filling up, Adele's gonna suit you perfectly because it's so light. I cannot speak to the new one, but I do know that this one is light. Okay, so now comes my challenge, where again, at a premium of space, or lack thereof, I should say. Okay, trying to get them so they don't, Harper doesn't fall over. Can I do this? Okay, not my favorite for her to be sitting, but that's okay. So blacks and browns. Okay, so next I'm going to show you kind of like the in-between. So sort of like the browns and golds. I mean, they're not really brown like you see here. But first up, of course, is my Daisy Bouquet Marigold. I have the Marigold in narrow and I love it, but I actually don't love it as much as I love the bouquet with the etched daisy. So I do love this one a lot. So I kind of put that in line of the yellows and golds. Next to that one is Lemonella. Thinking of a drink here. Let's tie that in there. Okay, so this is Lemonella. And then there's Madeline, which is so gorgeous for the holidays. I mean, she's got just enough sparkle to make it festive. I do tend to always deviate towards Madeline for the holiday. So yeah, if you can get her, you should. Okay, so next is kind of the purples and greens. So as you know, I am in a wide prunella. I do adore prunella. And as you can see, I changed my clip. I did have the daisy, but I thought I had like a plain ollie clip. But it goes pretty well with it. Doesn't look too bad. So this is prunella, gorgeous purple. Again, let's see where I can put her. And then there is Phoebe, which again is another soft, squishy kind of leather. And then this one here is Leilani. Let's tuck that back under. So there's It's kind of almost a mix between sort of two, but it's got kind of like a raspberry background. Mulberry raspberry, I guess you'd call it. I think it's mulberry. It's referenced as. Um, Gorgeous purples. And then I don't have but one green, or I have only but one green, I should say. And this one here is a retired leather. She is, again, another one of my favorites. This is Olivia. Um, yeah, I can't say enough good things about Olivia. I do love her. So as I was preparing for this, I think I mentioned this. I was certain I had more narrows than wide, but as I started pulling them all out of the nooks and crannies in my craft room, I think I may have more wides, which is shocking. But some of that's because the narrows weren't being offered anymore other than what was in the wallet. So that might be why I have more wides, but Jenny's going to be coming out with all the new leathers coming out are going to be available in narrow. So if you love the narrow size, which is the standard narrow regular size, as it's referenced 3 different ways, more is coming on that. So no fret about that. Okay, so here is my only green in a wide. And I'm sad I never got her a narrow. All right, and then there is, as you know, Eleanor. I've brought her out and used her for fall. I am going to run out of space again. I know it. So these are sort of the reds now. And of course, there is my ever favorite Poppy. I don't know what I got on her. I'll have to look at it later. But here's Poppy. So you can definitely see the color difference between Eleanor and Poppy. And I am going to have to move. I thought for sure I had enough room here. I'm going to have to move something. Let me see what else I can get out here. Hold on. Okay, let me try one more red, which this is Ruby. And again, another gorgeous Christmas red, perfect for Christmas. And you can see it next to Poppy. It definitely has a brighter red, almost very slightly orange tint to it. You don't even barely see the orange though. But if you love the deeper red, that would be Poppy. Unfortunately, Poppy is retired. If she's available in anything, it's going to be probably the wallets. Okay, so let me see if I can keep going. I may have to stack over here now, but let's tuck this in. Okay, because I am quickly running out of space. And then into the whites, we have Luna, which is a patent leather, you know, the red patent shoes we may have had, some of us may have had as little girls. Definitely a patent. You can see the shine on the leather. And if you don't like, let me think, like if you don't like things that stick, like this is a sticky leather, meaning anything plastic or, you know, something like that is going to get stuck to it. You remember the shoes, right? So this is Luna. I'm going to have to start stacking over here. Hopefully it's not going to get so high that it's distorting what I have out here. Okay, then I have the gorgeous quilted, oh gosh, what is she? Jacqueline? Is she Jacqueline? Now this one's challenging me. I don't think she's Jacqueline. I do not remember the name. I haven't even used her yet. So just a note about leather styles. So with the top hide leathers, they're gonna come with a sort of a smell to them. So you may find that you need to air them out for a few days. That's just the process in which it goes through as it's being created. This is one of them. I have been having her sitting out in my room, you know, airing out. So it's just ever so slight now. But you can see the difference, like with Luna to this one. Again, I'm going to call her quilted. For the life of me, I can't think of what she is. She is, hold on. Let me flip her over. Let me actually just pull that through. I am going to, let me put her down because, are we getting kind of crazy with the look? Okay, so I did a quick lookup, and while I was doing that, all my leathers are sliding away. This is Gwen. So this is the quilted Gwen. And then this is the pebbled. So they're both pebbled. That's the Gwen. This one's just quilted. This one is not. So this one comes with the red. And I've brought this up in one of my videos about the potential for this for Christmas. So this is a great Christmas one because it's a white leather with red strings. So both of these are Gwen. So whatever process the quilted goes through, it's different than this one because this one did not come with any odor. And what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to move some of these. Let's move the browns. And then this one is Jacqueline. So Jacqueline has the black stitching that goes with the black elastics. There's Jacqueline. It's still kind of pretty full, but I'll just keep going. So you can see kind of the difference, the variance in the white. So, you know, Luna, of course, is very pristine white. And then the Jacqueline kind of has a almost winter white. And then this has more of a gray tone. So when I first got this, I thought this was like a definite white. And then I started getting these and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's a bit off. It's about more of a like a gray white. Okay, last two in my wides, I think, is this one here is Jordan. And Jordan is a gorgeous blue, perfect for summer. Although there's also azure. So, you know, and now you know why I have so many. It's hard to choose a color because there's so many options that and that's not a bad thing. It's just that you then have all the options to set up a planner that you love, that you're going to pick up every day. So here's Jordan. Last blue one is Sky. You've seen me use Sky during the summer or spring, I think it was. So there's Sky. All right, so that is my entire wide leather collection from Planner Perfect. I am just standing up some of these out of the way because they are, no lie, I have no space. Not for all these on my desk anyway. So let me see if I could get these down here. Ugh. Okay, so I actually had to hop back on because I completely forgot all the leathers to the right side of me. So I'm just popping back on to quickly show you my last grouping of Planner Perfect covers in the shades of pink. So, all right, so the first one, I think I have, yes, okay. So the first one I got was this one, which is a wide summer. She is a gorgeous soft pink. There are a few pinks out there. They come with the brown elastic. I can't think of the name of the other one, but this is summer, no engraving. And I say that because what do you think is up next? So then I have this one that I picked up, as I mentioned, from Buy Sell Trade. This is the summer leather in, or with, I should say, the engraved daisy. So I do love how it looks. And there is, oh, you actually can't see it too well. Again, I am beyond capacity here. You can kind of see a slight difference in the color. Like this, again, this one was gently used. This one has barely seen the light of day because I always seem to grab other colors. I don't know why. Now, I was super happy to find this on Buy Sell Trade because I had already purchased the Summer in the Bouquet. So, Summer Bouquet is the one with, just like the marigold, it has all the engraved daisies around it. So now I have a set, and I love that. I wish the daisy engraved leathers would be more in stock. I seriously have no room here. So I'm just keeping my eyes open for them, but I do love the engraved covers. I know the only one out there is Adele, and I think now there might be a little left in marigold on the website in the retired section, but in terms of summer, again, there may be only a couple. You might have better, better opportunity to find it out on the buy sell trade group. So that is summer. And then my all-time favorite one, next to this, of course, in the pinks is Amelia. So this was the first kind of pink leather that Jenny got in the shop. It's kind of got a suede-ish feel slightly to it, and it has this gorgeous brighter pink. I think it's actually called hot pink stitching. And I started my collection. I have a tote in this color. I have this a wide. I have a narrow. I may have a keychain or two and maybe a wallet or a coin purse. I'm not sure yet, but I started the collection and then it kind of went away because I went away from Planner Perfect for a little while. During that time, she was retired and now she's sold out everywhere. So I'm kind of sad about that, but I cherish the ones I have. So this is Amelia, and she's my all-time favorite. And you can see the pinks here all together. I mean, these are all summer, but here's the pinks. Gorgeous, right? All right, so I'm gonna put this section into my setup of the video before hopefully I close it out because I totally forgot these were over here. So here they all are. Let's see. I'm gonna count how many I have, and I'll try and pop that number on the screen somewhere. I mean, it's a crazy amount, and I am going to be filtering out. So hop on that buy sell trade group because that's where I'm gonna put them. So there you are. This is my pink collection. So here we are. I mean, yeah, I have a lot. And I think because obviously I'll be changing and, picking up new ones, there are a few that, kind of don't speak to me anymore. So I think I'm going to be, pulling those out. And so if you are interested in getting, Planner Perfect leathers that either could be retired or that you want to try a size, or you just want an extra of a certain size that you love or whatever, be sure to follow on Facebook the unofficial Planner Perfect buy sell trade group. That is where most people go for the first place to list any of the covers that they are separating with. So that is going to be obviously where I list mine. And I want to say, probably as I went through this, there's a good, 6 to 8 of them. I think I'm probably going to, separate with. I think I can probably get by with the ones that I have. And like I said, they didn't like overly speak to me. So yeah, so if you're interested, be sure to join that group because that's where I will be posting them first. That is the easiest route. So that's aside though. If you would prefer to get a brand new, hot off the press spanking cover from Planner Perfect, remember, don't forget to use my code. I'll pop it up. I have an ambassador code for you. And then also there's a link in the description box below. So if you want to, if one is not listed in the group that you want, be sure to check out the website and use that code. Grab your 3 journals, grab your cover, maybe a charm, and then you're good to go. Fall is the perfect time to get started with Planner Perfect. I mean, any time of the year, but if there's any time where life starts to slow down, but at the same time get hectic, that's when you want to kind of pull in your Planner Perfect cover, get your books, get settled, get cozy, and script your days away. So, as you know, I am now fully into a traveler's notebook system. All of my planners are traveler's notebooks. So, more to come on that in the future. But this is my wide collection with some I had to put off to the side because I had no more room to put them down here. So, um, I hope you enjoyed seeing what I had in my wides. I do have a few B6 Slim. I have the one A5, but they're very minimal. My two largest collections are narrow and wides, and here's my wides. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button, as well as the bell notification so that you know when I post my next video. And that's it for today.